Old John Joseph, a man with two first names. They left him in the railroad yard when they took away the trains. One run a week comes roaring down that line. All he's got to worry about is time. I stopped by in the evening to hear about where he's been. He says, "Come on, sit down, kid, where shall I begin?" He starts telling me the stories, the glories of his past. Always saves the story of his Corey for the last. And he says, "My Corey's coming, no more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl?" And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. I was quite surprised to find out places that he knew. So I asked the townfolk if his stories were true. They said old John was born here, lived here most his life. He's never had a relative, let alone a wife. And very soon you'll find out as you check around, no one named Corey's ever lived in this town. So I chided the old man about the truth that I had heard. He smiled and said reality is only but a word. And he says, "My Corey's coming, no more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl?" And like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world. Well, I came by one evening, he did not hear my shout. When I looked in the window, I saw the fire was out. When he would not wake up, I forced in the door, and I found that old John Joseph would tell stories no more. The scene at the graveyard, the three of us were there. Me and the grave digger, we heard the parson's prayer. He said we need not grieve for this man, for we know that God cares. They put the cold dirt over him, left me on my own, and when at last I looked up, I saw I was not alone. I said, "If you're a relative, he had a peaceful end." That's when she said, "My name is Corey. You can say I'm just a friend." Corey's coming, no more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glories coming, aren't you, girl? Like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in your world. Well, that's the old man's story. I'm glad you came tonight. busted down old railroad yard makes a lonesome sight. You might wonder why a young man would work out here alone. Well, the job pays enough to keep some flesh on my bone. And I admit I get to missing the old man a bit, but there's one other reason I guess I should admit. Can't you see my Corey's coming? No more sad stories coming. My midnight moonlight morning glory's coming, aren't you, girl? Like I told you, when she holds you, she enfolds you in her world.